and you're welcome back to Joy News Prime Time for Business Now. And Emmanuel Aboajiriafe joins me in the studio. Hi, Emmanuel.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good. Always good to see you.
Yes.
But tell us what's coming up in business.
Well, in business, the top story is that the Registrar General's Department has decided to implement sections of the Companies Act, which requires that companies must renew their licenses every year or suffer sanctions, severe sanctions.
So what kind of sanctions are they going to
You're going to pay 300 Ghana cedis a day after the default. I mean, the payment day, the deadline.
300 Ghana cedis a day?
Sure.
That's interesting.
But if you don't renew your license before Monday.
That's very serious. But does the department have the capacity to go after all of these?
That is what we're all wondering, you know, because there are a lot of companies.
Okay.
And if they have to go around every corner of the country to demand that amount
that
of
will
money.
be the challenge. Okay,
yes.
Take it away.
All right, thank you very much, and thanks for joining me on business. Companies that have failed to renew their businesses at the Registrar General's Department in the last financial year or more have only till Monday, October 3 to do so, or pay a fine of 300 Ghana cedis every day of default. This is one of two major provisions in the Companies Act the Registrar General is enforcing from next week. More in this report.
The Companies Act, Act 179, already registered businesses are to file their annual reports within 3 months after their financial year, and for newly registered firms, 1.5 years after incorporation at a fee of 50 Ghana cedis. The acting Registrar General, Jemima Oware, however, explains to Joy Business this has over the years not been complied with, thus necessitating the directive.
So in the past, what will happen is you get the company inspectors writing to you, reminding you that you're supposed to file your annual return. Yeah. So they'll just remind you, and then once a while, when we come out with these notices, you find long lines, people rushing to come and file their returns. But this time round, I think it's gone on for too long. We have to just go by the law. And it hurts me. It really does hurt me, because the law is quite punitive. It says if you fail to do this within this time specified, you pay a penalty of 25 penalty units. And when we go to the Interpretation Act, a penalty unit is 12 Ghana cedis. So calculating that comes to 300 Ghana cedis for every day that the default continues. And it's even onerous on me, even as I'm saying this, because I know that it's not that easy for businesses. That is why we started talking about this from last year. You see, so what's going to happen is from the 3rd of October, apart from what you normally pay for backlog, maybe 6 years or 7 years or 8 years, and each year is just 50 Ghana cedis. So if, let's say, you have 4 years, backlog, it's just 200 Ghana cedis. So now you're going to have 300 Ghana cedis added on every day, and I'm just worried for businesses.
The Registrar General is therefore urging companies to, as soon as possible, update their records in the new electronic database and renew their businesses or file of annual returns for the number of years in default. Also, beginning next Monday, any member of a company that may want to undertake share transfer or related activity would have to first meet certain key conditions.
From 3rd of October, when you come in to register share transfer instruments, there must at least be proof that the company has recognized you as a shareholder. They've either given you a share certificate, so would request maybe a photocopy of that. That's evidence. There must, if you don't have a share certificate, at least a copy of the entry in the register of members. At least that would suffice. Or a board resolution confirming that indeed a certain number of shares have been issued to you for a certain consideration.
Officers appointed by the companies that still opt to register their share transactions with the Registrar General's Department in between the filing of their last annual return and the next can do so only after they have complied with the requirements.
Now, the World Bank says it does not think that government's end-of-year growth projection is out of place. Some economists have argued that looking at the current challenges facing the economy, government might not meet its end-of-year target of 4.8%. But speaking to Joy Business after the launch of its African Pulse report, which looked at the growth of all African countries, lead economist at the World Bank, Errol Graham, says the current policies that the government is implementing makes the targets achievable.
Yeah, I think we have to look back at the shock that Ghana experienced, part of which comes from the reduction in oil prices. And I think, in a way, the adjustment in the exchange rate, in the cedi, allowed Ghana to buffer some of those shocks. In other countries where the exchange rate hasn't adjusted, we've seen more steep decline in growth, in some cases even contraction in the economy. What we've seen since then, in 2015, Ghana grew at around 4%, which is fairly reasonable considering the shock that it has gone through. In the first few quarters, we've seen, for the first quarter, growth was fairly strong, around 4%. For the second quarter, because of the shock to oil production, we saw a slight decline. But I think it's not unreasonable to think that Ghana would likely grow at around 4% again for 3.5% to 4% for the year.
From where you sit, Societe Generale Ghana has disclosed to Joy Business it has completed a rights issue to raise its capital on the Ghana Stock Exchange from 100 million Ghana cedis to 140 million Ghana cedis. This, according to the bank, should put it in a better position to meet the Bank of Ghana planned capital increase from 100 million Ghana cedis to about 500 million Ghana cedis towards strengthening the banking system. The managing director for the bank, Francois McCall, spoke to Joy Business at the opening of the bank's new branch at Dansoman here in Accra.
Well, at the bank, we have just concluded a rights issue on the stock exchange to increase our capital from 100 million to 140 million Ghana cedis. So it's a step we are taking, I would say, in line with expectation from the regulators on one side, but as well it's needed to beef up and to grow our business. As we grow our loan book, our customer base, we need to have more capital to sustain it, and then to have money available and to be able to distribute loans to our customers. So it's a natural, I would say, move to reinforce financial institutions to help them grow their balance sheet, grow their book, lend more to the economy while keeping safe. And one of the key things we are proud of is to be one of the very safe bank in the country, and we are showing it by beefing up our capital.
Businesses in diverse sectors are now collaborating more to meet the changing needs of customers, mainly by introducing tailor-made products and services. Access Bank has, for instance, in the light, partnered Dubai-based international courier and logistics services company Aramex.
The service enables Access Bank's customers and non-customers alike to shop online and, more importantly, have their purchased items from any part of the world delivered at their doorstep. It is a first of kind in the banking industry. The head of corporate communications at Access Bank, Nana Edu Tremantin, spoke to Joy Business at the launch.
Access Bank is providing the Visa card, which will enable you to shop online. And we have a bouquet of Visa cards, the Visa debit card, the Visa prepaid card, and the Visa credit card. That will allow you to shop online. It's safe and secure because of our extra security and chip and pin technology on all our cards. Aramex, with their expertise, would provide global addresses where the items will be delivered to, and thereafter shipped to Ghana within 6 business days. So you're guaranteed that once you order items from the comfort of your office or your home, pay online with your Access Visa card, the items will reach you in Ghana not more than 2 weeks.
The West African Regional Manager of Aramex, Samer Haja, also tells Joy Business the partnership should enhance e-commerce in Ghana to the benefit of the economy.
The potential business in this product, and especially with the boom of e-commerce, so it represents a huge opportunity for both ends. We saw an opportunity with a partnership with Access Bank, and they saw an opportunity in Aramex with this product. So we started talks, and we've been planning for close to 1 year And fortunately, as you can see, it's come to a positive beginning, I would say, because this is the beginning of a long journey. And I can tell you for a fact, a lot of other banks have approached us, but we gave our commitment to Axis Bank. We believe that Axis Bank has the clientele base and market share that will enable us to grow together in Ghana and outside Ghana as well.
Axis Bank is offering its customers who subscribe to the service within the first 6 months a 50% discount on the registration fee. The service also does not charge customers when they use their Visa prepaid or debits.
And that's all in business. Many thanks for watching. My name is Emmanuel Abuaji. We have more business coming up. Don't go away.